met a few months ago Marco Tempest, cyber illusionist, great friend, who's blown my mind in Davos at the World Economic Forum. And Marco is rare, and he's accepted to come for us, set up this show for us. So, Marco, please join me on stage. And you can have the stage, actually.
Thank you. Good afternoon. So, my name is, can we have some sound on the laptop? My name is Marco Tempest. I'm a cyber illusionist, which means I combine magic and science to create illusions. Arthur C. Clarke once said that any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. That is true, and magicians have known it for over 2,000 years. Around 150 BC, Hero of Alexandria described how the temples of ancient Greece were filled with magic. Altars burst into flames. Doors mysteriously opened. Musical instruments played as if touched by the gods. Now, Hero, a mathematician, also explained how these miracles were accomplished. They were all magic tricks, applications of the little-known sciences of hydraulics, pneumatics, and chemistry. But to the temple visitors, this was magic. Now, magic as an entertainment field has long separated itself from the gods and superstition, but it has always maintained its relationship with science. Magicians are the original early adapters of technology. Whenever they hear about a new development in science, whether it's physics, optics, chemistry, even psychology, they figure out ways to use it in their magic, keeping one step ahead of the public and following Arthur C. Clarke's dictum in disguising science as magic. Magic that we now accept as part of the world of entertainment. Now, magic is a very introverted field. While scientists regularly publish their latest research, we magicians do not like to share our methods and secrets. That's true even amongst peers. But if you look at creative practice as a form of research or art as a form of R&D for humanity, then how could a cyber illusionist like myself share his research? Well, my own specialty is combining digital technology and magic. And about 3 years ago, I started an exercise in openness and inclusiveness by reaching out into the open source software community to create new digital tools for magic. Tools that could eventually be shared with other artists to start them off further on in the process or to get them to the poetry faster. I'd like to show you something which came out of these collaborations. It's an augmented reality projection tracking and mapping system. Somewhat of a digital storytelling tool. And I have it right here. Let me turn it on. And maybe we can bring down the lights just a little bit or all the way. Wonderful. So my creative process always begins with a blank canvas, which is equally frightening and exciting. Frightening because of the endless possibilities, exciting for the same reasons. But once I commit my first stroke, the adventure begins. Hello. I'm very sorry, I forgot the floor. Hold on, let me try that again. All right. Hey, wake up. Hello. This way. Nah, come here. Please. Oh, sorry about that. Should make it a little easier. Want to try again? He got the hang of it. I think it's enough. Okay. Want to try? All right. Hey. Let's try something else. Come on. Hey. Yeah? I think I know what he wants. Go ahead. Voila. Bye-bye. Thank you. So, in the spirit of a truly open source magician, and can we have this audio back on the laptop? Thank you. I want to give you a little sneak peek behind the curtain on how the system actually works. So in front of me is a little video projector with a high-speed camera mounted to it. There's an infrared passband filter which can see infrared tracking markers which are in the corners of the canvas, magnetic cookie. And my software on the laptop tracks about 120 times every second where the canvas is in 3D space. So I can move the canvas however I want, and the video just sticks to the canvas. There's also a peripheral illumination model where I can get illuminated without affecting the screen. There's also like 2D particles and a 3D object loader. It's very modular designed, and I think what's remarkable is that it's made with software which is available for free on the internet. So that's a magic projection. Thank you. It may be worth saying something at this point about the nature of magic. What is magic? And why do magic tricks fool us? Now, magicians are often thought of as being masters of sleight of hand. The quickness of the hand deceives the eye. But that is not true. Magic does not depend on deceiving the eye. It depends on deceiving the brain. The tricks of magicians are not designed to fool the eye. The eye observes whatever is put in front of it. It's the brain that translates the scene into information. And the brain loves to look for patterns in the environment because it saves time and energy. So magicians take advantage of the brain's lazy thinking. In a magic trick, nothing is ever what it seems. Magicians carefully design their tricks, so everything about them seems familiar. The props are ordinary, the magician's actions above suspicion, even the words we use seem straightforward and unambiguous. But this veneer of ordinariness covers many deceptions. So the eye sees everything, but the brain is being fooled. Now I'd like to show you a card trick, and to make sure that I don't use any sleight of hand, I'm going to use some very big cards, and I would like you all to play along. All right? So here we go. Magic cards. We have 5 virtual playing cards. I want you all to remember one of these 5 cards. Remember the suit and remember the value of your card. And make up your mind now. Now don't forget the card you've chosen. I'm gonna mix up the cards, just like this. And I'm gonna remove one of the cards. How about this one? Now if I was right, then your card is now gone. Yeah. Don't worry about it. My card disappeared too, actually. So this trick, by the way, has a name. All magic tricks have names. This one is called the Princess Card Trick. It was created by magician Henry Hardin in 1903. He called himself the Prince of Ideas, hence the name the Princess Card Trick. It was originally done using real playing cards. But magicians love to create. And over the past 100 years, there have been literally dozens of versions of Hardin's trick. The one you just saw was designed for the 21st century. But it wouldn't have been possible without the input of some very creative people. Not magicians, computer programmers, designers, digital artists. And that brings me to another topic which I think is an essential part of the creative process: collaboration. If you look at the history of the world, you will find that all great ideas stem from the work of some extraordinary individuals. Some were renowned in their time, others only recognized for their genius posthumously. But all changed the history of the world. Now they have one thing in common. To use a modern cliché, they thought outside the box. They were rare, talented individuals who set the waypoints for art, science, society, and culture. And the rest of humanity followed. Now, the history of magic is the same. Every magician knows the names of people like Johann Nepomuk Hofzinser, Robert Houdin, Di Vernon, and Robert Harbin. These are the names of our magic heroes. They laid the foundations for our craft. Now, we can't all be geniuses, but we can build on what has come before and create works that even our heroes could not have imagined in their lifetimes. And one of the best ways of doing that is collaboration. To update Hardin's original trick, I had to collaborate. My goal was to take a 100-year-old card trick and take it into the new media. It's no longer a trick I have to personally perform for every individual. Because of the technology, I can now perform it for large groups of people at the same time. It works as an interactive trick on the internet, on Vimeo or YouTube, for example. It can run as a video on television. I've even created a version that works in 3D. Collaboration between different groups. In this case, a magician and experts in digital technology can produce amazing results. Now, true collaboration also avoids groupthink. Groupthink is when a team of people with the same background apply themselves to a problem. The result is very likely a natural development of whatever existed before, a tiny step in the evolution of whatever is being discussed. But the worst thing about groupthink is that objections and real innovation are often lost. The geniuses that contributed most to everything we see around us were also people who passionately believed in their ideas. So passionately that they were prepared to endure any kind of criticism. They had visions of the future that other people did not share. They weren't part of any group. They were individuals, and they persevered. Now, it's very difficult when brainstorming with colleagues to raise objections or to suggest radical and new ideas. I've heard it said many times, we don't want problems, we want solutions. And the person at the table who seemed to be negative will very often find themselves excluded from the creative process. It sucks to stand up and say, I don't think this is going to work. So we tend to go with the flow, and that's why so many projects are disappointing or fail. Now, working outside of your comfort zone, working with people from entirely different backgrounds and with different skill sets, I find that extremely rewarding. It brings together equally passionate people, and it generates new and inspiring ideas. And it takes us forward into the new and unexplored territory. And that's really important for magic, because in magic, surprise is everything. So let's move from the familiar and onto the new. And I want to show you something that for me was new territory. The smartphone. It changed the world. How could I use this in my own performances? Now, at first, I started creating magic with the phones. I made it levitate, change color, even disappear. But that wasn't very creative. It was just substituting one object for another. Now, what if the phone itself would become a new platform for magic? One that could be shared by every user. I started creating magic videos and camera magic puzzles with my camera phone and uploaded the videos directly from my phone onto YouTube. Now, the idea went against a lot of what magic was all about. Magic is about secrecy, but the internet is about disseminating information. So the world's biggest platform for communication suddenly seems a bad idea for magic and magicians. The videos also invited the viewers to figure out how the tricks were done and to share their thoughts on the topic, which is generally not a conversation magicians like to have. We don't like to have our tricks explained on YouTube. So it was a bold gamble, but it produced incredible results. I would like to show you the first video of the series I produced. So let's bring it up. And here we go. Hi, I'm Marco Tempest. This is a first in a series of videos where I show you my magic with my cell phone camera. Everything you see is exactly the way my cell phone camera saw it. There's no editing and no video tricks at all. So this is it, here we go. Hey guys, that's a very good looking umbrella. You mind if I borrow it for just a moment? Is that all right? I'm gonna pass you the camera phone, just like this. And you can shoot this for me. All right, can you still see the umbrella?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Now watch. Whoa. Can I give that back to you? Yeah, and let me have the camera. Whoa. Thank you. Well, this video with almost zero production value got over 1 million views in the first few hours. In keeping with the momentum, I started creating a weekly camera phone magic videos. And could we bring the sound up on the laptop again? Thank you. The feedback after each video was released was tremendous. Tremendous. People loved to guess how the tricks were done, and they even created their own versions of the tricks and uploaded them onto YouTube. And some of them even made fun of my Swiss accent.
Hello, my name is Marco Tempest, and today I will show you some magic tricks on my camera phone.
Hi, my name is Marco Tempest. This is another one of those things where I show you my magic using my webcam camera phone.
I'm here to bust Marco Tempest. It's not even sleight of hand.
Hi, I'm Marco Tempest.
It was a huge success. 25 videos and 50+ million views, not just for the videos I posted, but for all the videos the users posted. The departure from my slick, polished TV magician type persona to the dorky cell phone guy on YouTube was risky, but it produced incredible results and opened the doors to many new and exciting opportunities. I'd like to show you one more video, which was commissioned by the United Nations Millennium Campaign. How about magic to provoke social change?
Hi there, I'm Marco Tempest. I'm here to show you some magic with nothing more than my camera phone and absolutely no post-production or video editing. Now this is my friend Elia. Elia is going to hold the camera to show you where I'm sitting. I'm sitting here comfortably in New York City's Columbus Park. Now, when you're sitting down, nothing happens. But when you're standing up, things start to happen. In the year 2000, the leaders of 189 nations promised to end global poverty. They promised to make ending global poverty a priority. But if you're sitting down, nothing happens. But if we're standing up, we can remind those leaders about their promise. All over the world, people will stand up and be counted to mark the most people in history to stand up and support a global cause. Now, if we sit down, nothing happens. But if we stand up, things start to happen, just like magic. To find out more, go to millenniumcampaign.org. There's no trick to it. So stand up and make it happen.
Now tonight, we can all use our cell phones to work some global magic together. So, thank you. Risk is part of creativity. And taking risks means that sometimes you have to abandon old ideas in favor of better ones. In my own career, I've reinvented myself several times. As a teenager, I wanted to be like the slick sleight of hand artist I'd seen in television in theaters. But you can't expect to borrow ideas and images that others have created and have them fit you. I changed my image a lot. Sometimes I tried to be like the magicians I admired. Sometimes I tried to be like the magicians I thought the market would like. It was a long time before I realized that imitation is not creation. My best ideas were the ones that I was most passionate about. Good or bad, they were unique to me. So I took the risk and followed them. Now, if you are not taking a risk, taking a chance on an idea that you are passionate about, then you probably aren't being as creative as you'd like to be. It reminds me of another thing that Arthur C. Clarke said. The only way of discovering the limits of the possible is to venture a little way past them into the impossible. So I'd like to try something almost impossible, which is getting this to work on this Wi-Fi network in here with like 3,000 people on. So this is a little app I created, which is available for free at the App Store, which syncs videos across multiple screens of mobile devices. And I have these 3 iPods here to show you what that means. And I'm going to use them to tell you a little bit about my favorite subject, which is deception. One of my favorite magicians is Carl Germain. He had this wonderful trick where a rose bush would bloom right in front of your eyes. But it was his production of a butterfly that was the most beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, the creation of life.
When asked about deception, he said this.
Magic is the only honest profession. A magician promises to deceive you, and he does.
I like to think that I'm an honest magician. I use a lot of tricks, which means that sometimes I have to lie to you. Now, I feel bad about that. But people lie every day. I lost audio. Can we have audio back? Oh. All right, we're totally out of sync, but I can just continue. Maybe not.
Hey, where are you?
Should we try to start it again? Yeah? I'm sorry, guys.
I'll be ready in just a minute, darling.
It's just what I've
always
wanted.
Okay.
You're great.
I've just been asked in an interview, what will you do if things go wrong? And I was like, hey, that's no problem. People will never know. So I'm just going to try this one more time and see if we get lucky. All right. because it was so wonderful, I'm going to do it again. Yeah. So. Oh, that's mean. Okay. Yeah, guys, I have to apologize. This is just not going to happen right now. But I have some closing remarks. Thank you very much. Let me try to sum up my thinking on creativity. Magic is a naturally creative environment, but there are some basic rules that can be applied to every situation. First, we need creativity. Without it, today will be the same as yesterday, and tomorrow the same as today. Creativity is a natural human resource. We shouldn't waste it. Second, be passionate. Whatever it is that you do, you must love it. I've been a magician since I was 7 years old. I dedicated my entire life to creating illusions of one sort or another. It's an endless fascination. Third, know your subject. Technology changes, but good ideas are always good ideas and can be repurposed to suit new times and applications. Think of Henry Ardai's card trick from 1903. I know that trick will still be around in one form or another in another 100 years. Fourth, avoid groupthink. Brainstorming doesn't work if you all start out with the same thoughts. Brainstorming doesn't work if you keep your thoughts to yourself. And brainstorming doesn't work if you're not prepared to listen to everyone and explore every option. Fifth, we've been through an area of specialization where experts can be defined as people who know more and more about less and less. That doesn't lead to radical change. Collaborate. Work outside of your comfort zone. Join forces with talented people that don't think the same way you do. Take risks. You will both learn something, you will have fun, you will create new possibilities. Finally, believe in yourself. One of the most talented men of all time was Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. He excelled in art, science, literature, a true polymath. Magic, he said, is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. Now, we can't all be geniuses like Goethe, but I truly believe that given the right framework, we can all be creative. Magicians make the impossible happen every day, and so can you. Thank you very much.
Incredible, Marco. This is incredible.
Thank you.
And what people don't realize is how much efforts have been required to do this. Tell me about this event you're doing about magic.
So we're having an online conference for magicians where 33 magicians get into a room for 3 days, a purpose-built television facility, and then we have like about 2,000 magicians from all over the world which log on and join us for discussions and lectures. It's a 3-day event, and it's very inexpensive. It's like $70 to join. They get a DVD set, the member pages. It's called the Essential Magic Conference, and it happens every July.
And people can participate on it. And if we want to follow you online, it's at Marco Tempest on Twitter.
It's at Virtual Magician.
Oh, it was close. At Virtual
Very close,
Magician.
yes.
Marco, I so appreciate that you came. Will you come back?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
More tricks next time.
Thank you
so much,
Bye-bye,
Marco.
everyone. Thank you.